following stretching exercise video is not meant as a replacement for professional healthcare advice. If experiencing pain, numbness, tingling, pressure, or dizziness in the body while attempting the stretches and/or exercises, stop immediately and consult your healthcare provider. Welcome to Innate Body Mind Healing. I'm Dr. Teresa Wukich, here to demonstrate some beginner stretches and strengthening exercises for the lower body. Okay, let's begin by bending both knees, please, because that will take pressure off the lower back when you do some stretches. Very, very important to know that. What we'll do first is something called a knee to shoulder stretch, not knee to chest, knee to shoulder. Another very important thing to remember. So let's have you come like this, bring both hands on top, and again, the angle is toward the shoulder to prevent any pinching in the groin. If you have any kind of knee issue, you're going to come underneath. Okay, you don't want to compress the knee if you have knee problems. Just want to come under and stretch, and just hold it for maybe a count of 3. We're going to return to of course, bent leg posture here, and of course, other side, always important, knee to shoulder. Great. Also very important to make sure your neck is neutral. You don't want your neck to be up high, your chin, okay? You want to bring it just about there, nice and neutral again to protect your neck and protect your back. Great. What we'll do now is something called a pelvic tilt. Most of you may know that one. It's not a bridge, it is a simple tilt, and it's really designed to open up the vertebra in the back, okay, in the lumbar spine, in a very gentle way, by also establishing some core muscles here. Okay, so what we'll do is you'll inhale, very normal, and then on the exhale, curl the pelvis. Perfect, and you can feel that. And inhale to a neutral spine, and exhale. Great. Those are wonderful. You can do as many as those as you'd like, but I would say start out with 3 to 5 just to get your body used to it. The next exercise is the sideline yoga twist. Okay, that one would be whereby you would keep one leg long and one knee bent. You're going to hike the hip of the bent knee. You're going to bring the knee up and have it rest. Have the foot rest right here. Use the opposite arm and hand just to hold it there. It's a very restorative position. Just very calm. You're not pushing or trying to twist. The opposite arm should have palm up, just to keep the shoulder down, which is very important. These muscles that are nice and stretched, lower back, glutes on that side. If you happen to have any kind of groin pinching or groin pain in that position, I suggest rolling up some kind of a towel and putting it in between and then doing that, and it gives a little bit of, relieves some of the pressure there. Great. Out. Of course, we want to do the other side, opposite side. So we bring the other knee, we hike the hip, and we bring it over and allow ourselves to stretch the other side. Again, this one on each side at the time you're doing the exercises is sufficient because you're just going to hold it there and just relax and release it. Allow it to open up. Okay. Please turn onto your stomach and we'll show some nice further stretches that are helpful. In this position, just doing a little mini cobra, okay? Just to get a little bit of a curve here, just like that, perfect. Head is neutral, neck is neutral, chin is not up. And just holding just a little. You can hold it, come down, and perhaps do about 3 of those. Coming up again, just holding, not too high. You don't want to feel a pinch in the lower back. And from this position, or in a comfortable position, come into a tabletop, please. Great. Tabletop I prefer with a little bit, knees have to be a little bit under the hips, and I prefer the knees a little bit apart. Nice flat spine, head is neutral, neck is neutral, chin is not up, it's just neutral. All of that very important. Shoulders are really strong, arms are holding shoulders. We're just going to do a cat stretch into neutral spine. So we're going to exhale cat, and then come into a neutral. And then cat, and then neutral. And from here, we then, after a few of those, 3 to 5 of those, we can come back into a child's pose. Nice wide-legged child's pose. Perfect. And turning our palms up allows the shoulders to separate a little bit, and sort of a rotator cuff stretch, which is really nice for the shoulders, doesn't pinch them. Great. Those exercises should all be done, I would say in the morning is a great time to do it. When you're in bed, why not? Do it before you hit the ground running. Just a little bit, 3 of each. Literally will take you 10 minutes, if that. But it's a wonderful way to get the spine moving and get yourself moving before you actually step out of bed. They also can be done certainly on the floor, on a yoga mat, somewhere protected. Thank you. This pose is called a standing child's pose, and the reason I really love this one is because some people cannot do child's pose traditionally because they have knee issues and things like that. But this is lovely because you can do it anywhere, and you can do it all day long in different parts of the house, no matter where you are. What you need is just a surface to be able to lean on. So if you could step back just a little bit, you would be facing this surface, your feet about hip width apart, facing forward, and then you're going to sort of sit into that position. Right, you do not want knees ahead of toes. You want to maintain that nice flat back. And then you're going to rest your arms, your forearms, on either a kitchen counter, a table, the back of a chair, a desk, anywhere that suits you. And allow your feet to shuffle back just a little bit more, micro bending the knees, always maintaining a bit of a bend in the knee. Very important, never lock out the joints or the knee. And then what you're going to do is pull back. You're going to pull your spine to the back wall in that direction and allow yourself to stretch, allowing your neck to just hang and release. And just allow that stretch. It's a beautiful stretch. Very important when you come out of it. You can hang there for a little while, but when you come out of it, you're going to bend your knees and walk in toward the table, the counter, wherever you are, and then help yourself up. Never try to come fully up from that position. You'll hurt yourself. Again, that one can be done all day long, anywhere you are. If you're taking a walk in a park, go up to somewhere and just lean if you can and just stretch your back out. Now we're going to demonstrate some nice beginner seated low body stretching. These are wonderful. They can be done any time of day while you're sitting. You might be working at a desk. You might be working from home. You might be sitting watching television, at the computer, on your phone working. These are wonderful. You take breaks and you do some of these nice stretches for the lower back and the hips. First thing to do is recognize the posture. Most postures these days are more slumped, right? And the chin is out. We're looking at a computer. We're slouched over. We have a reverse curve, which compresses the chest, the lungs, and the intestines and organs. So not good for digestion, not good for breathing. What we want to do is establish a little bit of a curve in the lower back. When we do that, it straightens the whole entire spine. We don't have to do crazy things to get our spine nice in alignment. We just a little bit of a curve and our hips steady and equal and grounded evenly on a chair, and we're all set. We also want to make sure our chin again is slightly tucked because we don't want to have it up too high and we don't want to have it forward like a lot of us do. Very common posture. So we bring it back. We want the stretch to come from the back of the skull, lifting from this part of the neck, this part of the skull, nice and tall in the back. The first stretch involves just widening the knees just a little bit, keeping a nice flat back, and allowing ourselves to flex forward, just hinging at the hip, nice flat back, just like that. When we get to a point where it's comfortable, we bring our arms down and we let our neck rest, just let it hang. Just allowing even a little rounding here, which is absolutely fine. It's a great way to stretch. Get a stretch, especially if you've been sitting for a while. And then we're going to come up. We're going to use our arms back on, and we're going to just come up nice and easy. The next one I'd like to call a seated figure 4. It's a great hip stretch. What we'll do here is put the ankle of one leg over the knee of the other, not on the knee, just a little bit higher on the thigh. And we're again going to be sitting equally on both of those bones, both of those pelvic bones. Nice, again, beautiful, beautiful spine here, beautiful alignment. And we're certainly not going to push. A lot of times we're encouraged to push this down. No, that is not what we need. Even if our hips are so tight that our knee comes here, that's what we're working with. So we're going to let it rest where it is. These hands and arms are only there to hold it, just hold it in place. We're keeping, again, a nice straight spine. We're hinging from the hip, we're leading with the chest, and we're keeping our chin slightly tucked as we hinge forward. We go as far as we can. The hips are some of the tightest parts of the body, so try not to push too hard. We might come to a place where that's all we can do then. We might pause there and just breathe, a couple of breaths in that spot. And then we might even go just a touch further. Never to pain, only to stretch, and then coming back. Always wonderful to do the opposite side because we want to see the comparison. We're certainly not even, most of us. So again, nice tall, and we're hinging. Keeping our neck and our chin tucked slightly. Nice flat back, coming forward. And then when we're ready and we've had enough, we just hang there a little bit and we come back. Lastly, there's the third stretch, which is just a seated twist. Very easy. So just again, you want to make sure first that your spine is tall, right? That your chin is slightly tucked, and then you're going to twist, bringing your arm to this side and your hand to either this leg or the chair, and just nice and tall, twisting your spine, your lower back. Very gently. This is a very gentle exercise, never to pain. If there's any pinching or anything doesn't feel good, back off a little bit. Never take it to that level. We just want things to start unwinding and stretching. And again, the other side as well. Just very, very simple and very gentle to begin with. Great. And those are some wonderful seated twists and stretches that, again, can be used several times during the day, and I encourage that.